Hey there friends, welcome back to the channel, glad to have you along. Now we are going to be assessing more of the long lost bus routes that's going to be happening around January time. However, with this video this turns out not to be the case. This video now is the 34 service from Birmingham to Heath, which is going to be withdrawn completely in the new year, meaning a lot of passengers are going to really struggle with this service since this route will no longer exist again. This route has been with Diamond buses for good many years, but sadly no other operator could take over this service, meaning this route will end for the final time. There's quite a handful of operators that have now vanished from the area, such as Johnson's XL Bus, IGO, Hanson's, Central Buses, and also a handful of other operators and independents. Even the Green Bus Company, but however the Green Bus Company just focus on contract work like schools, rail replacement and colleges. It will be a huge doubt to see them doing service work again due to the fact that they failed service work in the past. We're now going down these estates. Now, these routes are going to be never seeing any bus services again. But however, it's due to the fact that the patronage level is very low. So, not many people tend to use these public transport services anymore. That was because due to the fact they're worried about going out and catching the coronavirus. For me personally, I know I was anxious of going out and catching the coronavirus, but I really wanted to get back out on the buses again. I did struggle through most of the 2020 and the 2021 year, but however, with a bit of luck, I've now made a full return to transport. But apparently, did come down with COVID, but that was back in the summer, but I made a full recovery from the COVID, so I managed to get back out again. As you probably know, I do really enjoy travelling on the buses because it's one of my favourite times. But it is a shame to see the fact that all these routes are going to be all coming to an end. And it will be a huge loss. The 34, for example, has trialled smaller type buses. But however, the smaller type buses hadn't worked at all. Meaning this route will end its service for the final time. It is really and it is a shame that all these lovely services will go for good. Our journey is taking us through part of the old south, through the south of Birmingham and going towards Moseley. The 50 service will still which is also Diamond, along with National Express, will still be able to provide a service to Moseley. And of course, Diamond will still continue to run the Moseley link, but it just won't do the short run. But I will be doing my evaluation at the end of every video, especially for the routes that have been hit hard by the COVID, and all the routes that are not going to ever come back into service ever again. When the coronavirus lockdown came into force in March 2020, it did create a huge knock effect on all the routes. A lot of the routes had been withdrawn because of the coronavirus, meaning none of them could have been saved because of the fact that the council couldn't fund for them, and even Transport for West Midlands, which does pay the funding to run all these links. This isn't the first time that this route has an escaped death at the last minute. It was originally scheduled to be withdrawn in April of last year and again end of August last year, but granted a reprieves on both those occasions. But now it seems like that there are no more last chances left. This route will be ending its contract for the final time at the end of the year. So I hope that you'll understand by this situation. So here we are now in Heath. Okay then. Time now for my evaluation of the Service 34 service. So from January 2023, this service is no longer going to operate. But however, the best bus alternatives is the one from Acox Green to the Five Ways, 2 from Birmingham to Maypole. But however, you do have the 50 as well, going towards King's Heath. And of course, you got the 3 from Birmingham to Yardley Wood, and the 8A and 8C to the Birmingham Inner Circle. However, these services are operated by NX, meaning diamond tickets are not accepted on those services. Thank you very much for watching.